G'day guys, SirPrawnAlot here with another video. Today we're doing something a bit different. We're looking at this Biotope Aquarium Simulator. This is a game on Steam. You can buy it. It's $30 at the moment, which is a little expensive. Well, it's not $30, it's $28.95 as you can see. But you have to have Steam to have it, and it's in early access. So what that means is it's still being worked on, and it's still being, things are still being added, and there's plans in the future. So at the moment they're just pretty much trying to get funding for it. So this is it. It's what it says. It's an aquarium simulator. So instead of doing yours in real life, you might want to have a go on here. I've played it a few times already, so I'm just going to go through the tutorial again. I just wanted to get a feel for it and understand it and make sure it's worth checking out, and I think it is worth checking out. So just go here, put in SirPrawnAlot. It's definitely, I feel like, a high-end game for, I don't know, the kind of hobby this is. I've seen a lot of more like cartoony ones, but they've gone for a more realistic take on it. So as you have up here, this is the little tutorial thing, what steps you gotta take. So this is your container. In here you have your fish and your rocks and stuff when you buy them. So first you have to buy them. In the tutorial you get the filter for free in the tutorial. So here it is, just here. I'm sure in the future there'll be more kinds of filters, but at the moment there's just this one. So I'll just pop it in there and yeah, see how it goes. These buttons down here sort of control, the lights and the heater and the filter. So you got to turn the filter on, and as you can see, the bubbles are now flowing. There's a bit of noise as well. I did have to turn down the noise. I recorded this the other day, and the noise was way too loud. You couldn't hear me. So I turned down the noise, and yeah, doing this again. You also get like backgrounds and stuff. I'll show you all this in the shop when we get to that point of the tutorial. But yeah, I really like it. Like, I know I've seen a lot of these games and I always thought about buying them. I did get this cheaper than the price it was on sale a couple days ago. That's the good thing about Steam, things will go on sale, so if you don't want it now for this price, you can sort of, wait off a bit and it might go on sale. So you can see this is the shop, so you have all these different rocks. You unlock all of these like locked ones if you do quests or missions or like tasks that are in the game. So all different kinds of rocks, different prices and different shapes. So I think it wants me to buy 5 rocks here, so just buy 5 of these. But as you can see, there's like driftwood and ornaments, if you want your cutesy little, chess pieces or whatever, a bowl. Different substrates and the backgrounds. So I think it wants me to go and buy some plants. Let's grab some of these. Let's grab 3 of them and 2 of these. And I think it's all good. Yeah, you can sort of like decorate as you see fit, really. Oops. Oh, and it wants me to buy some neon fish. So one of these guys, they reckon, or just the neon tetra. We'll get neon tetras because I have, neon tetras in my tank. Well done. I'll just go back to that actually with the fish. There's all these. This is all that's in it at the moment, but in the future there will be many more. So they've got pufferfish, discus, angelfish. Just one type of guppy at the moment, but I'm sure there'll be all different colours soon. Cichlids, and yeah, the tetras and just the tetras really. So I'll go follow what the tutorial wants me to do. I think it wanted me to go into here and put them in. I missed that. But yeah, it's really fun. It's like a kind of sandbox. You can kind of choose what you want to do. You can turn the rocks around and put them in the way you want. Stack them up, or put a couple over here. It's a really good idea. I think if you're planning out a aquascape and you don't have the rocks or the plants yet, you can sort of have a go on this and see, what you might be able to do. There are a bit of, bit glitchy, or some glitches, I guess, stuff that goes on with like the colors and the flickering. That's just, bugs that will happen with any new game. So yeah, as you can see, there's some weird stuff going on there, but yeah, this is what happens. Also, the plants are kind of different, each one. As you can see, like this one's shorter than that one, and all sorts, so it's kind of realistic in that way. I don't know, I'll just put it like in the middle, block off everything. And I can pop the fish in. And there they go. So as you can see, the lighting's a bit weird at the moment. But yeah, there's not much I can do about that, sadly. Oh, I think I need a heater for these guys, hey. I think that might have been what the tooltip said. Oh, yeah, that's what it's saying, get a heater. Alright, we got the heater. Before the tetras die. Eek. Alright, let's pop the heater in, we'll just pop it right here next to the filter. Yeah, that sort of works. And then we have to turn that on. Pop it up to, what, 25? Done. So yeah, even the fish though, in my opinion, look relatively realistic. If you haven't seen games like this before, you're probably thinking they don't look that real, but yeah, they definitely, in my opinion, look probably the best, or they look like the best that I've seen in a game. Yeah, it's really cool. Obviously they're not moving, perfect, and they're not, moving much at all, and they're just wiggling their tail, but at the moment that's pretty good. This game only came out very recently as well, and it's in early access, like I said, so these things will get developed on. But just the fact that, I don't know, it looks good, and it's it feels like it's made by someone who has, aquariums and who aquascapes and stuff. Like they want it to be better than just, cartoony fish in a tank kind of thing. Like I said, these glitches, they're gonna be a thing for a while. That's just how it is. Sadly, I guess. Go ahead and feed these fish. Give them food. The other thing about feeding them is pretty cool. You can like choose how much you put in, Put 1 gram in. The fish will swim up. Kinda looks like popcorn. That guy's upside down. So I do some weird things, and that's just how it is. But I do still recommend it. I have good faith in this game. I'm sure in the future it's going to be great. I'd really like to make my own tanks in this game. I think that would be really interesting. See how that goes. You can also set up the tank, so if you're on a computer, this is only on computer, just by the way. If you're on a computer, you can set it up so it's like a screensaver. So if you leave your computer on, you can have it just like floating around like it's another tank in your room, pretty much. So yeah, I'm not sure why the fish are swimming upside down and stuff. They're all right. You can see their health and their stress. He's got some high stress, I'm guessing. I'm not sure why. I'm sure if you look in the info, there's probably a reason. I don't know. I still haven't really, looked into this enough to understand everything and follow everything. What's the little info thing say? Oh, activate the time lapse. Complete. Hey, we finished the tutorial. So yeah, you just have to keep your fish feeding, and you can breed them. And then the whole point is, you breed them and you get money for breeding them, or every week you earn some money, and if you, have too many filters or lights going, your money will go down, you will lose money, but you also, gain it back if you sell fish, or you don't go, don't spend too much in that week. So yeah, yeah, it's really interesting. I, haven't unlocked these things, but I'm sure if I played it a bit more I would. There are other tanks that you can look at. It gets a bit tricky here. I don't know how to get rid of a tank yet. I just know you can do this and delete the one that you were on. So I'll just go through again. And there's a couple preset ones. So there's the tutorial, which I just did. The empty tank, so you can do whatever you want with that, I guess. And there's these two here, the Amazon tank and the Malawi tank. The Malawi tank is obviously cichlids, and the Amazon tank is a bunch of Amazon kind of fish. I look at the Amazon tank because I'm a fan of, the tetras and stuff. Let's do continue, I guess. So here you go, so you can see there's all these tetras down here, just hanging around. So I think the aim of this is, for people who don't want to, put in the effort of decorating and stuff, you can just come in with your tank set up already and ready to go, and you can just go to the shop and buy what fish you want. I still haven't unlocked these because, I just haven't done the missions, I don't think. I'm not sure, so yeah, I haven't really looked into it enough. I think, like, here's one. So this is a quest, as it says. If you're impatient to see how things develop, use the time-lapse feature, but be careful though, it's easy to overlook deteriorating conditions while the time-lapse active. Only find out your fish are ill or worse. So I'm thinking this is just, use time-lapse for 30 seconds. And go accept the quest. So if I just go speedy like that, I'm guessing that'll complete the quest. I'm not sure. I can feed him. Oh, whoa, there's all these other things. Okay. I'll feed them some food real quick. It's night time. So now I can go click on them, and they're very stressed and they're very low on health. That's not good. I think they're gonna need a water change, or they're all gonna start dying. I don't know where these fish came from. They're just in there. What's this? What's it say? Not gonna tell me. Is it refined table salt and magical growth something something? Let's pop that in. You have to select a target. That's right. Let's do a water change. So you can choose how much you want to change. I'm just gonna do a 50% water change and see how that goes on the fish. No, the fish were not doing too well. How are they looking now? Stress level 0, so obviously I've cured whatever was stressing them out. I think it must have been dirty water. I kinda wanna see what this does, the growth stuff. Okay, you can like force them to grow. I don't know which one that was. Was it this one over here? Might have been. So yeah, they have like DNA ratings, so I'm guessing if you breed higher percentage ones together, they'll be, stronger and they won't get as sick, and they'll be able to, they'll have like better stats, I guess, in a way. You can see what's stressing them out. So yeah, at the moment nothing's stressing them out, they've got everything they want. Need to look at breeding. And so at the moment all of these are juveniles, so you have to wait 64 days until maturation, or maturity. So it's kind of like you do have to put the effort in. Obviously not as much as real fish, but enough that, you're keeping an eye on everything. There's also this button here, and if you do that you can see what plants and fish, or how they're doing. So green means they're all good, and yellow and reds mean that they're not doing so good. So at the moment these plants here, in the middle, aren't doing as well as, the fish in the other plants. So I can then go out of this mode and click on it, and then go info and go, okay, what's wrong here? Click on the stress, and the temperature is too cold. Yes, I think so. So if I wanted them to be, the best that they could be, I'd put it up. But I'm gonna assume that the fish don't like that temperature. I know the fish are good, so I might just change that and see what happens. I'll just have to check again what it was. Was it down or up? So they want hotter water. So if I pop this up to 25 and then go back into this, they should start de-stressing, I guess. Also photosynthesis. So just boost up time, and there you go. Oh, and now the pH has gotten too high. There's not much I can do about that, I don't think. I think just water changes help in that. But yeah, and also yeah, the pH has gone too high, so now everything's kind of stressing out and not doing well. I think the fish are still holding it together with the pH. Yeah, the fish are alright with a bit of a higher pH, which is good. But yeah, sorry, kind of got off track there. This is a really fun game, and I really think, it's worth buying. If you want to buy it, I reckon buying it now would be the ideal thing, because in the future they might release it, and if it is a really good game, they'll put the price up and whatnot. Also, if you support early access things, I'm not saying they are doing this, but usually they do something special for like the supporters in the early days. Maybe like a unique fish that only you can have, or something like that. I don't know, they might not be doing that, but it would be interesting to see if they do. But yeah, I really enjoy it, and I wouldn't be showing it if I didn't think it was good, or if I didn't think you would enjoy it. Obviously you need a PC to do this, so if you don't have one, yeah, don't stress, I'm sure it'll be like, I don't know, on some computers or something. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, let me know. I just want to try one thing. I'm just going to throw my fish in, these extra guys. I'm guessing they're not going to enjoy this tank. I would like to see what happens if I just like let it go. Like, do the fish just vanish, or do they not do too well? So as you see, health of the fish. If I can click on one, hold up. So what's his? Okay, his health's good. They're all good. That one's health is dropping. Wonder if I get this one. Where was it? I had like a bunch of stuff. Container. Here we go. Just pour a bunch of salt in. Turn it into a sea tank. Just want to see what happens here. And just put a bunch of food in as well. The other thing with this is you can experiment, like, how the fish would look in your tank. Yeah, just experiment without having to spend heaps of money. You're paying $30 to test things that you might want to test out. Obviously it's not going to be picture perfect like in real life. I would never take this over real life stuff. It's definitely, got a fair few bugs and glitches and things that just don't add up, and it's not the same as feeding your fish and having the fish having personalities. But yeah, it is definitely a good alternative if you don't have the space or you don't have the money for fish. So I think they're not doing too well. They're swimming kind of weird, the cichlids here. If I can click on one, I can't go too fast. So the health is still doing alright, even though I poured a bunch of salt in. Probably wasn't enough to affect them. I'll just turn the heat up to like 34. That'll get them. Oh, this is what I was talking about, the weekly status report. So if you're at like level 1, I'm not sure how you level up, but there is a way to level up. You get $20, and I'm guessing the higher level you get more. And then there's the electricity bill, and if you go to the shops and buy something, that'll add up into this. If your plants and fish are doing well, you get bonuses, and then there's your total. So for the next week, you can buy some more plants and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to see if they like vanish or drop dead. I feel like they're gonna drop dead. It's gonna be horrible. And there's a bunch of quests going on here. Grandpa's favourite. You can tell it's American from how they spelt favourite. I don't know if they're gonna die or not. As morbid as it is, I think they're alright. They're gonna be strong fish. Let's see how this guy's going. Yeah, good health. I think they're gonna starve, if anything. If I turn it down really cold, that'll probably get them. Because they're all like tropical. Yeah, we'll just watch this one Watch his stress go all the way up through the roof. I do also think if you're, planning on buying a new type of fish that you haven't had, and this game has that fish, it could be, helpful to understand a bit better their, what they look for in their water, like quality and their, I guess, water parameters. Oh, got another week done. Got a bit more cash. Yeah, I still haven't got to the stage of breeding any. Like I said, I've only touched on this a few times. I haven't had the time to just sit down and play it. It's more of like a background game, so if I'm working on a video or something, maybe I have it in the background and check it every few minutes. So it's not, a stressful game where you have to, worry about it. You can pause it down the bottom and you can play it and, go fast if you want to go fast. It's like Sims for fish keepers. So as you can see, the health going down now. It's not great in a fish. Oops, zoomed in. I feel like this is going to end very badly. Oh, it's dropping faster and faster. Oh no. Oh, and they float up. Just as I expected. Poor guy. So you see when one fish goes, they all start going because, dead bodies sort of mess with the water. There are some interesting glitches that you can see, like the fish will start swimming upside down every now and then, but, those will be fixed, I'm sure. Well, yeah, as you can see, fish have died. Not much else to say about that. Yeah, really recommend this game though. Pop over to Steam, get an account, or if you don't, if you have an account, just go buy it. I think it's worth it. These are just screenshots from, people playing. But yeah, I really like it. There's usually like reviews. I think, mostly positive, 65 reviews, so most people enjoy it. Most people think it's worth it. If you do buy it and you dislike it, you can return games on Steam, so, that's one, I guess, not loophole, but something you can try. I think if you, only play like 2 hours of the game and then you return it, that's all good. Down here's the specs, so you can play it on Mac and Windows. So yeah, if you don't have, as much of this as on your computer, then it may not run well. But yeah, they're just the requirements. I think most computers can run it. It's not, a heavy, game or anything like that. And that's the Mac kind of stuff. But that's about it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I didn't murder any fish. Okay, they're all digital fish. They're not real. I would never do this in real life. But that's the great thing, you can do what you want. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different video. There are some other games I would like to check out. So if you think you want to see me playing games or just explaining them and saying, oh yes, good, this is alright, let me know. And if you want to see more of this, let me know. I actually put the effort in and do a tank and, have baby fish, digital fish, I guess. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.